it's me, it's PMFM, and this is going to be the first moving video because I want to show you the cuddle puddle. So Lauren and I have a slightly strange thing with our apartment, which is that we live on the very top floor of this house that has these rooms that have been divided up into apartments. But we have the whole top floor to ourselves, which is cool. And here's the thing, as I go out the front door, as I back out the front door so you can see it, what happens is that there's this place, I'm not going to close the door because it will automatically lock, there's this place that's not technically our apartment, but there's no reason anyone should ever come up these stairs. So we've just kind of made it our own. We were given permission to do this by the landlord, but we've created, and I mean, let's be honest, it was Lauren's idea. We've created this cuddle puddle. It's a small little area. There's almost room for 2 people. We just hang out here sometimes, especially when the weather's nice. I'm going to talk a little quietly because there are people around because I'm now in a public area. So it's the start of spring break, and today's Friday, and school's out, so spring break has started. I get a week off, which will be nice to help me plan for things as that week goes on, to plan for the end of the year, because I know what I'm doing for about a month, maybe a little bit less than that probably, and then after that I really don't know how I'm going to end the year, and that might be a problem. So I'm going to need to think about that. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today I want to talk about the fact that my family's dog has died. Tucker was his name. I used to call him my dog. He never really was, but you know, when you live in a house and there's a dog there, you call him your dog. But he was always my dad's dog. He really bonded with my dad and clearly treated my dad as the head of the pack. My dad was the one that he would always listen to, even when he wasn't being nice to other people, because he often wasn't nice to other people. He was very protective, and I mean, for example, he never got attached to any of my girlfriends. You know, people I dated for 3 years, almost. That's an exaggeration. People I dated for over 2 years, over 2.5 years, who he never totally warmed up to. For a lot of people, the closest to liking them that he ever got was, I'm gonna tolerate you, I'm gonna ignore you when you're around. Just not a nice dog, very ornery dog. But if you were in the family and he did like you, he was great. He's very playful. He's an Australian Shepherd. Beautiful eyes, one brown, one blue, like a lot of Aussies have, but not all. I'm gonna miss him. I've been out of the house for a long time now, and so I haven't gotten to see him very often. And he really was very unhealthy. Just this last weekend, Lauren and I were having a conversation because we had gotten to see Tucker, and we were talking about whether or not it was okay that he was still alive, because, you know, most dogs die by being put down, and Tucker was not healthy at all. He was barely breathing. He was wheezing a lot and coughing a lot and throwing up a lot of just phlegm. And honestly, the last time that I visited, I was a little bit angry because I was trying to fall asleep and he came into my room because my parents weren't there. He just seemed so miserable, and this was not a thing that was going to go away. This wasn't something he was going to rebound from. And I got a little bit angry that my parents were allowing him to suffer through this. of course I understand it's really hard to be the person who makes that call, but I guess what I'm saying is that I couldn't really be upset. I couldn't be that sad that he had died because it felt like something that needed to happen. I am curious though, because this was another thing I was talking with Lauren about, because her parents' dog died recently within the last month and a half, and in both cases it's left those, well, her mom, I should say, her mom and her stepfather. In both cases it's left those parents without a pet, and I wonder how long they're going to wait. And I know that Lauren's mom was thinking about getting another pet while their dog Opal was still around, because Opal was so well behaved that Opal could have taught good habits to another dog. Tucker wouldn't have done that. But that clearly shows that they intend to get another dog, and I wonder what my parents plan to do. So, future me, have they gotten a new dog yet? How close are you to getting a dog? Because I know you want that a lot. I hope they get a dog soon. I like that a lot. I can't imagine them getting a puppy though. It'd be interesting if they did at least.